Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the JT Effect. We have a good amount to talk about, and we're going to be getting to it soon. So stick around. We'll be right back right after this minute.
Talk to me, just share with me your thoughts. Don't be afraid to talk to me and show me who you are. I wanna know. Talk to me.
It's the JT effect. Nothing else can make you feel like that. It's the JT effect. Nothing else can make you feel like that.
Talk to me, just share.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JT Effect. If you're following my podcast, this is the 27th episode. So, yeah, I mean, that's a big accomplishment in itself. So I'm definitely happy to have this keep going on, and I'm glad to have you all here. I want to talk about a specific thing, and before I really dig into that, if you're watching, please hit the like button, subscribe. We're on the Black Boss channel, so if you haven't been on the Black Boss channel before, if you haven't subscribed to it, subscribe to the Black Boss channel. We'd love to have you. We're going to have more videos and more things like this. So please feel free to subscribe. You're going to see more great things like this out here. So I want to talk about a topic because with everything that's going on with like all the Republicans are mad at the Democrats are mad at the Republicans. People who say that they're Democrats, they're mad at the Republicans because of what Trump is, and in a sense, rightfully so, because of what Trump has been doing, what they've allowed Trump to do, and vice versa. There's some Republicans that are mad at Democrats because y'all stopped the stimulus check from coming out because during the election, leading up to the election cycle, because you didn't want Donald Trump to get any kind of kudos for that. So you're like, hey, we so it's like all this stuff going on. People are pointing at the other person. It's your fault. No, it's your fault, and all this other stuff. And I'm just wondering, with all of this ruckus going on, is anybody listening to each other? We have these politicians up there. They're supposed to compromise. I represent my constituency. I represent my base, my area of people, and I'm supposed to come here and I'm supposed to work. Reach across the aisle, as Joe Biden likes to say, reach across the aisle and work with other people who may not, think the same as me, but hey, we can reach some kind of compromise. But lately, they don't even do that. I remember I was listening to NPR a while ago, and they were talking about a bunch of out here in Los Angeles or California, somewhere. But anyway, there were some representatives. They had this meeting, and then once they convened, they broke to go get lunch. The Republicans went to eat lunch with the Republicans, the Democrats went to go eat lunch with the Democrats. And it's just like, well, if you're only going to hang out with, the people who you only agree with, then how are you ever going to think you're going to be able to reach a certain point with somebody who talks differently and thinks differently than you, that you're going to reach some kind of a compromise? This isn't like a football team. This isn't, hey, we're trying to get to the championship. Screw that other side. Yeah, we did it. You're supposed to work together. We're all a part of this team called America, right? Well, that's what we're supposed to be. So I think about that, and these are our leaders, right? And hit B1 in the comments if you're watching. Remember B1 because we are black first before we're Democrat, we're black first before we're Republican, we're black first before anything else. So we are black first before anything. And I just wanted to talk about this because I think we need to elevate the conversation from what regular media has been trying to push, because I think media has been very dishonest about what's really going on. I think the people who are supposed to represent us, they've been very dishonest about what's really going on. And I want to bring some kind of clarity and introduce a new idea, a new thought, because this is something that's really serious. And the way that our country, the direction our country is headed right now is very dangerous, because we are basically racing towards a cliff. We're going to fall off the cliff, and it's not looking good if we don't get some kind of control over what's going on. You know, now that I think the Democrats are kind of like pushing towards like clamping down on free speech, the Republicans have just let Donald Trump just kind of do and say whatever without really reining him in, and now they're turning the back. It's a big, excuse my French, but it's a clusterfuck. It's a big clusterfuck up there right now, and it's not good. It's not a good look. But it all boils back down. These are our leaders, supposedly, right? These people we appoint to these positions that are supposed to lead the country in the right direction. But if these people can't even listen to a different side and try to even at least try to understand, why do you feel like this? Why is that the way you feel? Because, I mean, if you think about it, we are, you know, most people now, even especially on the internet, especially you go in the comments, people argue just to talk. They're not trying to understand what you're trying to say. They're not trying to hear what you have to say. It's just, I'm just talking, and this is my point. And if you don't agree with it, then you're stupid, you're wrong, shut up, don't talk, you know, nope, you're wrong. And it's just like, that's not how conversation, it's not real life, you know. And a lot of us, especially because I'm from Tennessee. So I used to feel like a liberal when I was around a lot of conservatives. I was like, man, I'm very liberal, you know, because I'm around just a lot of people. I was, you know, around some extreme conservatives. But then when I moved out here to LA, I'm like, oh crap, actually I'm conservative because I'm around a lot of extreme liberals now. So but really what it is that I'm more of an independent. You know, I see some stuff on the Democratic side. It's like, you know what, I like that. And I see some stuff on the Republican side. It's like, you know what, I like that too. And there's some stuff on both sides as well. It's like, I ain't rocking with that. You know, I'm not comfortable with that. You know, so, but that's me, because I'm more of an independent. I like taking different ideas, and you know, it's like I'm not like, oh, I'm completely Democrat to the day I die. Blue. No, I bleed blue and all this. No, I'm not the same thing with the Republican. I bleed red, and that's all I believe. Like, no, I mean, because there are times where you can be wrong. Even me, there's times where I can be wrong. I'm not right all the time. So why would I sit there and think like, oh, this person is right? I believe everything, you know, that they say, and they can't be wrong, and the Democrats can't be wrong, or the Republicans can't be wrong. That's all I'm going to believe. I'm going to do that. I never look at anything else. And we never grow when we do stuff like that. You know, so what I'm proposing to everybody listening today, we need to try to start listening more, even with people that you don't understand, even with the media, you know, because I think the media is also being very dishonest a lot of times when they, especially now, where they're trying to paint basically anybody who voted for Trump, or at least supports Trump in any kind of capacity, they're a white supremacist. It's the white supremacy, and that's not the case, man. The people have different reasons. Now, are there some white supremacists that are supporting Trump? Yeah, of course. You know, let's just be real. But also, not everybody that's voting for this dude is a white supremacist. So pay attention to that. I want to say that, just to pay attention to how the media is trying to sway you to just completely just wipe this whole group as a certain thing. The same thing that they do to black people when this one person does something wrong, and they, oh, the thugs, and they just paint a broad stroke, thugs of all the, you know, black folks. So it's like, why would we do the same thing to another group of people when it's been done to us for the longest of times, you know, forever, you know, forever. As long as America has been erected and started operating, they've been trying to paint the black community as, oh, the rapists, oh, the dumb, oh, the ignorant, oh, all they do is just, they try to, you know, they're not smart, all this other stuff. And now they're doing the same thing to another group of people. I'm not saying that there aren't some white supremacists in their group, but not all of them are white supremacists. Not everybody that is a conservative or that's a Republican is a white supremacist. So don't let the media try to trick you like that. You know, that's really an insult to your intelligence. That's trying to take away context. Now you're trying to tell me what to think. No, that's not what that is. You know, it's very dishonest. That's extremely dishonest. So the reason why I say that is because we're not really listening to each other. So there are some people who voted Republican who they don't really, they don't think that, oh, black people are horrible or anything like. So there are some people that are extremely frustrated with the system in place right now. They don't like what's going on. They don't appreciate what the Democrats have been doing. So, and there are some people that, you know, used to be Democrat, now they voting Republican. And there are some people that was Republican that's now voting Democrat. and it's just a big mess. But to sit there and just try to do a broad stroke, all these people are white supremacists, and blah, no, this not, it's not being honest. And I know some people try to maybe would try to say, why are you defending them? You're black, blah, blah, blah. Like, look, it's crazy because when you think about stuff like this, sometimes you just feel crazy. Sometimes I feel crazy because I'm looking at the context of things where everybody else would just look, no, it's this all it is, and that's not real life. That is not real life. If you're watching this again, make sure you're hitting the like button, share this video because more people need to see it. I'm not going to stay on here too long, but I just wanted to touch on this before we go too far, because at least if some of us are listening, maybe you can even spread that message on later on and help somebody else, because if we really want this nation to heal, we need to start listening. Because again, what I was going back to, there are some Republicans who are upset that the politicians haven't been doing the job. There are some people in the middle class. The middle class has been discarded and left, and there has really been no relief for the middle class that's going on. We've had just 2 stimulus checks after all this time, and the Republicans have tried to stifle the progress for a stimulus check, and the Democrats have tried to stifle some progress for a stimulus check, both for their own gains, not for the American people, but for their party. They're putting party over people. These people that we are Democrat, go vote blue, go vote red. These people are putting party over people. And yet they're coming to us and telling us to vote for them. For what? What are you doing? You looking out for yourself. You're not looking out for us. They're not looking out for people like you and me. And it's crazy because even like the Democratic Party, and I know it seems like we're attacking them a lot, but they, it's like they're trying to point to, hey, see, they racist over there. Yeah, no, but you're a closet racist. You're racist too. You don't care about black people. You want, hey, come vote for us. All right, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's like I said before, it's like a dude coming to go get some draws. When he wants some booty, he'll start hitting you up. Hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, what you been up to? Yeah. All of a sudden, you funny now. So he start laughing. For real? Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, so what's up? What's up? What we gonna hang out? When we gonna hang out some? And as soon as he get what he wants, holler. Bye. I'll come back in 4 years. To see what's up. That's what it is. We have become the political whores of the Democratic Party because they are quick to do something for the Hispanic community, but what are they doing for the black community? And don't say anything in regards to like, oh, well, they've put these black people in these positions, and this person is now the assistant to the attorney general, and this other and all these other special titles and things that we've never had before. All of a sudden now I'm supposed to be happy. Oh, hooray! Now this black person has had this position. It's been how many years? And now we're qualified to have this position? Oh, wow. Yes. I guess we've been stupid for the past 400 years. Now we're finally smart enough to hold this position. Hooray! Thank you, white people who really in these positions who really hate me. Thank you. It's like, how stupid does that sound? Or how stupid does that look? And also, if you think about it, the Democrat. I know some people say, okay, the Democratic Party are creating jobs. They're trying to create jobs and improve the economy, stimulate the economy and things like, hey, and that's great. That's good. That's beautiful. That's amazing. What is that doing for the black community though? Think about it. What is that doing for the black community? They're giving us jobs. Oh, okay. Thank you. I've been had jobs. I can always go get a job. If I really wanted, I can go to McDonald's right now and start flipping burgers if I wanted a job. So the job isn't really doing much. And the reason why I say that, and to think about it in this sense, we just voted in, all of us just voted in Joe Biden, who has basically thrown a lot of black men and black women into jails. He has created the crime bill, which I know some people, he apologized for. That's fine. I really don't care if he apologized for it at this point. That is irrelevant. The fact is, he created the crime bill that has thrown a lot of our black men and women in jail. And for these petty crimes, whether there's weed, whether there's you just being around somebody that was selling weed, you wasn't even selling the weed. You was sitting in the car with your homie that was selling the weed. Hey, let's go to the store. All right, cool. They grab him and they scoop you up too. So now you in jail for I don't know how many years, just as an accomplice. I didn't even know he was selling weed. I wasn't selling the weed. They don't care. They were finding ways, even on top of that, to throw more of us in jail. And the jails have been making money off of that. The for-profit prisons, they've been making money. And there's a whole system, this entire system. That's why I say these are two wings on the same bird. You have the left wing and the right wing, and we try to act like, oh, the Democratic Party is going to come save us. No, the Democratic Party doesn't really want to save us. If they really wanted to save us, they would have saved us a long time ago. How are they going to save us? By creating jobs? And I'm going to touch back on, so I'm saying the jobs part a lot. And don't just let's stop accepting crumbs. Just people, not just the Black community, but America in general. Let's stop accepting crumbs. We need to hold these people to a much higher standard. And we're not doing that. We're letting them get away with some of the worst things ever just for being. We're just letting them get away with whatever. And again, if you're watching this, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this video so that more people can see it, and subscribe to the Black Boss channel if you haven't subscribed to the Black Boss channel yet. We're going to have great content continuously coming on, so please do that. But it's so many, and the crazy thing is, if you look at all the facts, we don't even make up that much of America in comparison to white people, right? We are, in a sense, we are a minority, but we are a minority. The Black community is a minority in America, but yet, how do we make a majority of the people in jail? And that goes back to these little petty crimes or these little petty. Now weed is getting legalized, for selling weed. Weed is getting legalized, and these people are still in jail. But you have all these other white folks who are like, oh, weed's not legal, creating these businesses. They are creating businesses. They're creating the jobs. And they're giving out jobs. So that's great. Okay, let's say, hey, that's a good thing. That's amazing. They're creating the jobs. Cool. All right. So they created the job, but you are getting a job that's only keeping you out of debt, or at least from being kicked out of your apartment or your home, keeping you 2 weeks to a month away from being homeless. So I have this job, I have a job. I can pay a few bills here and there. That's not creating wealth. That's not creating wealth. And again, we still have Black people who are in jail, but yet we voted for this man who threw us in jail, but we want this man to come and save us. Please save us, even though you threw my cousin in jail. You threw my uncle in jail. I haven't seen him in years. He just lost, his life is gone. If he does get out now, it's like, that's great, but the damage is done. They aren't giving us any free therapy. We deserve it. So you had slavery, and then you also had Jim Crow laws, and then you also had the civil rights movement where people would be dogs getting sick on us as if we killed somebody and we did this. Like it's ridiculous. Like, it's a lot of trauma, and then breaking up family, like Black families, where you're telling, and same thing with this crime bill that broke up a lot of Black families. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Media isn't talking about that. They just want to sweep that under the rug. And like, hey, all right, the Democratic Party is coming to save us. No, man, the Democratic Party stood by and allowed this to happen. And if the Democrats love Black people so much, then why don't they either give us reparations, or with these Black people who are in jail for selling weed, expunge their records, release them out, and give them a loan, a business loan. Like, actually, you don't even have to pay us back. Don't even pay it. Actually, it's not even a loan. It's a grant. Here is a grant. Here's a sponsorship, whatever you want to call it. Here's $500,000 or $30,000. Start your own business. So we're going to create business owners so that you can go back in your community and give your people jobs. You can build your community up. So now these people don't have to feel like they have to go out and rob somebody. I don't have to feel like I have to go shoot somebody. I don't have to feel hopeless, because in a lot of these Black communities, there is a lack of hope. But in a lot of these democratic cities, democratic run cities, where it's a large concentration of black people, why is it still so run down? Why is the black community still struggling? Really, I mean, I read this book. It's not even a community. It's not a community, not like other communities. It's basically a black neighborhood. You know, that's what it is. But yet here we come. Here black people coming to save the day. Let's save the election. Let's save the Dem. Let's save America. And it's just who's saving us? Who is saving us? The same people we saving. They don't deserve it. And then they turn around and like, all right, get on somewhere. Y'all saw the video. Y'all saw the video where Joe Biden was talking crazy to these black leaders in the community. He was talking crazy to them. I mean, he ain't call them no B or no curse word, but he was talking real reckless, with disrespect. It was a lot of look. Now I'm not gonna do stuff that I can't do, and blah. It's like whoa, hey, man, you check your tone when you talking to us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like no, don't be talking to we helped save your career. Don't be talking reckless like that. But they feel like they can do that because they know that if black people go out and march, they're gonna go hold hands up, don't shoot, and they're not really gonna do what basically the Trump supporters did at the Capitol, because they will go there and they will raise hell, and they actually take it to the actual people who can make these laws, who can pass these laws. So with all of these things, especially with we're going and saving the election, saving the vote, and all this stuff. And remember, there's voter suppression. It's not like these Democrats don't know what's happening, don't know what's going on. They know that there's voter suppression in a lot of these cities. If a lot of black people could vote, a lot of them would vote Democratic. And not saying that that's just the right thing to vote for, but that's just a reality. They would vote Democratic. So they know that there are these cities, these areas where there's voter suppression. And if they know about it, why haven't they done anything about it? And why that they haven't done anything about it? Because they really don't care. They don't care. These are the people they still work with. Why did it take for Stacey Abrams, a black woman, to have to come into Atlanta and do their jobs? She's not even a politician. She tried to run and she lost, but she came in and started doing their jobs for them. So now you got to have not Atlanta, but Georgia flip blue because of a black woman. Not the Democrats who we've been voting for, not them, not because of them. They didn't go out and try to get people to vote and try to get people to sign and do all the stuff that this black woman did. And that shows you just how amazing black people are, man. We are man, it's amazing how, like, when we really put our mind to it, we do some amazing stuff. But like, why do we do all this amazing stuff for people who don't even appreciate us? People who don't even do nothing for us? We need to start turning that back in for ourselves. So we don't need to be helping these people who don't care about us. We don't need to be helping these people who only want the political draws and then they just disappear because they got theirs. Now they gone. I'll see you in about a few years, about 4 years or something. Where you been at? Shit, I've been busy. What up, though? What's up? Hey, you gonna give me some? What's up? And it's the same thing every 4 years. Every 4 years, these are the people that we feel are going to save us from utter destruction. What have they done? You're giving us jobs, but you putting a Band-Aid on an open wound. That doesn't solve anything. Jobs are not going to help me and my family. We have businesses. We have people with great business ideas. We have entrepreneurs who have these amazing ideas who can't get access to funds. Also, redlining. They know about this stuff. The Democrats that we so love and hold to and cling to, and let's vote Democrat, let's vote them in. They ain't doing nothing about none of that stuff. I mean, seriously, think about that. They're not doing anything about redlining. They're not doing anything about these police officers who are just killing us in the streets without much accountability. They can hold them accountable. They act like they can't hold them accountable. They can hold them accountable. They just don't want to. Because those police officers know I can't go in the Jewish community, which the Jewish community is a very, very, very small community, but they can't go in the Jewish community and just start acting up and start throwing people against cars and and planting drugs and doing whatever they want to do without any kind of accountability. They can't go in the Asian community and just do whatever they want to do with the Asian community, just start slapping people around and dragging women out of the shower while they naked, not letting them dress. So they over there just embarrassing them because I don't care. And that's traumatizing. We are continuously being traumatized. And then it goes all the way back full circle to the media. They try to take that same trauma because they know what hurts you and what moves you emotionally. Oh, all these white supremacists coming up here and attacking the Capitol. Man, these people aren't white supremacists. I mean, some of them are. A good portion of them probably are, but not everybody, man. Not everybody. Same way as on the other side, how they try to say, oh, those the thugs and people out here, protesting and all this other, they're thugs. Not all those people. There's some of them might be thugs. Not all of them are thugs. So don't let them use this wide paintbrush stroke to just trigger you and just to get you on their side. Like, yeah, let's get these big bad Democrats out. Not Democrats, but Republicans out. Let's get these big bad Republicans out. Man, y'all bad too. Neither of y'all care about us. It's just hey, you know what? The thing I did appreciate about that Trump was in office, at least they were honest. They're honest. They're not sitting there trying to lie to me, to try to make me feel as though they like me when they don't. They're not trying to same thing like I was saying before about the movie Get Out. Oh, if I could vote for Obama another time, I would. Hey, that sounds nice, but guess what happened? They didn't care about this black dude. Hey, I'm just saying something just to be nice, but I don't care about your black self. I don't care about you. I don't care about your community. I only care about us. That's why they ain't even bring out the National Guard when they ransacked the Capitol. They were gingerly walking the women who was all up in the Capitol. They gingerly walking them down the steps. These are their cousins. They're not going to hurt them. When it comes to black people, we don't care about them. Like, forget them. Yeah, we'll throw them a job or two. Yeah, whatever. Look, shut up. Give this person a position, but the person ain't gonna do anything really to change the community. We're not gonna give them any kind of economic power. We're not gonna give them any really true political power, because the real political power would be, okay, now I'm bringing forth reparations because the black community needs reparations, but they don't want to talk about that. So if that's the case, then why are we voting for these people? Why are we voting for them? Why do we keep voting for these people who don't care about us, who just always just want to trigger us just to come on their side just so they can ignore us for another 4 years? And they take care of everybody else. And then we find, okay, wait, what else we got? Oh, yeah, black people. Okay, all right, man. So what are we going to do? Let's put somebody else in a high position. Let's say we love black people have done some amazing things. Black people have contributed so much to America. Hey, let's say thank you, Black America, for saving America again. Thank you. Yeah, that's all they need, right? Yeah, let's just say that. Thank you, black people. Wow, where would America be without you? But yet they don't do anything for us, and they expect us to keep going back to keep doing the same thing. Just shut up and vote. And that's basically the message every year. Shut up and vote. We even telling our own selves, each other, just shut up and vote. Stop. Why are you talking about all this other stuff? Just shut up. Just vote. We're gonna die. We're gonna die if we don't vote. If Trump is the world is coming to a hell will be here. And it's just like, man, if you think about it, hell has been here for the black community. Hell has been here. It's been hell. Even under Democratic presidents. Has it been great? No. I mean, honestly, under Trump, what has he really done? I mean, he empowered some white people just to be proud to be white. The same stuff has been happening to the black community. Black person gets killed by police. Police is barely held accountable. What happened? That happened under Trump, happened under Obama. That happened under Bush. That happened under Clinton. The same stuff keeps happening no matter who's the president. It keeps happening. Has anything really changed with the Democratic president for the black community? No. They're still been locking black people up and still trying to figure out, no, look, let's not, don't protest too much. This isn't the way. Don't tear us out. We need to figure out a different way to do it. We need to figure out a different way. And that's just to calm you down. And then they send black people out who look like us. It's basically like when you have even going back to slavery, when you have the slave revolts. The slave revolts are about to happen. What do? They get that one person who will go to the lead. No, we shouldn't do that. It's gonna be worse. Master, what if we get caught? Or it's gonna be, we go out there, we get caught by another slave owner. Then what are all this for? What we do this for? This ain't the way to do it. We just need to get back to work and let's just get out there and Master ain't too bad. At least he whoop us 3 times a week. You go down the street, the other master, they whoop them 6 times a week. And you complaining? You got it good. What kind of sense does that make? That's what they do. They send a person out. Hey, go shut them black people up, calm them down. You look like them. Go out there and tell them, hey, this ain't the way to do it. We need to do it a different way. So that way, the cycle just keeps going. We'll never really address it. Just shut up and go home. Same thing like when the boycotting of the NBA. It's funny because they were affecting that money. They were affecting LeBron and all the superstars were affecting the women's sports players. They were boycotting all this stuff. But what did they do? Because, now you're touching our pockets. Ooh, this is bad. And it's media, the cameras all around. We can't have LeBron, the face of the NBA. We can't have this. Michael Jordan. Oh, black people love you. Everybody loves you, but especially black people. Oh, they hold you up so high. Barack Obama. You're basically Black Jesus to them. Go out there and tell LeBron and all the other players to don't do this. Just go back and play basketball. Shh. Go back and play basketball. Stop. Don't do this. And it's saying that what really happened. Oh, we're going to put in a few policies. We're going to acknowledge that the black community has issues with policing. It's not changing anything. Just because you acknowledge it. Now that the media is acknowledging white supremacy, that's really changing something. But see, they're using it for their own means. It's not for our benefit. It's for their benefit. They're not using it for our benefit. And it's all of this is, and that's why I say when I see this stuff, sometimes I feel crazy because I'm seeing this stuff and I'm like, is no one else really seeing this? But that's why I wanted to come on here and I wanted to present this aspect to you to look at it that way. So we need to stop just co-signing with these people. Just because they tell us something, that doesn't mean it's right. And even with me, I'm not saying just completely agree with me. Question: if I don't know if man what John said was right, man. Look it up. Look up the information yourself. That's what Google's for. Google YouTube, Google University, YouTube University. Man, you learn so much more stuff on this than what they taught you in school because they don't want you to learn anything really that will benefit you or your community. So, man, let's really do some research. Let's really dig in. Let's ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Let's stop attacking each other, like how a good portion of us attack Ice Cube for asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, especially a question that could benefit our community. Hey, what are you going to do for us? Okay, I mean, I can vote for you, but what are you going to do? Quid pro quo. But they try to say, no, we don't have time for this. There's no time for quid pro quo. We got to vote. You got to vote right now. No. There's time for a lot of stuff, right? There's always time. There's always that we can be on the brink of death. Somebody can be saying, John, all you got to do is, man, do this, man. Just do it. Hey, to give me what I want. And then I can do, man, you crazy, man. You crazy. Give me what I want. And I'll do it. Man, God, hate you, man. I hate you. Man, all you had to do is, all right, hey, I say, man, it's messed up. Hey, but we saved, right? We're saved. We waited this long until we died, but I saved us. They don't have to like us because I already know they don't like us. I don't care if the Democratic Party doesn't like if we withhold our vote. I don't care because guess what? You don't care about us. So I really don't care about you. So that's how we need to really start looking at this, man. You don't care about us, so I don't care about you. And hey, I'm gonna just keep it funky. I'm gonna keep it 100. So hey, I mean, it is what it is. Because guess what? As much as they try to say that Ice Cube, it was the wrong time. Ice Cube should have been doing it. Or why would you even talk to the enemy? Blah, 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 blah. Why would you negotiate with the enemy? America constantly negotiates with the enemy. We negotiate with North Korea. We negotiate with Russia. We supposedly hate them. So it's okay when they do it. But when you black and you try to do it, shut up. Get back. What you over here asking questions for? That's an insult to that's an insult to our community, our intelligence. That's our past, our present, and our future. That's an insult all across the board for them to do that. So don't let people do that. Don't let the politicians do that. Don't let our own people do that. But at the same time, like I said, listen. We need to listen. And that's what we're not doing. We're not really listening to one another. We're not seeing, even on the side on the right, even if you are a liberal, if you're a Democrat, listen to somebody that's different from you. You might learn something that you didn't even know before. You might end up being independent like me. I don't know. You're like, I used to be a Democrat. Now I'm independent. Or now I'm a Republican. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you're evil. It just means, hey, I'm looking at it, and I'll leave you with this. The reason why I say this is you and I can sit here and look, we can both experience the same thing, right? Let's just say we're driving in the car and maybe I'm driving a little wild and I'm just curving in and out between lanes. I'm sitting there thinking, man, this is thrilling. I'm having a fun time. But you sitting in the passenger seat, just like, this dude is crazy. I almost died. We both experienced the same thing, but we had different experiences. We had different interpretations. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong and this other person's right, or that other person's wrong and I'm right. But I won't know that. I mean, because if I leave the conversation, if I leave this situation and I don't even ask this person, man, hey, how was that? Then I won't really, I mean, they could tell me, but if I don't dig deep into it, man, that was scary. You crazy, man, that was wild. That was insane. That was amazing, man. We need to do that again. If I don't dig deep into that, then okay, I immediately blocked this person out. I immediately said, hey, man, you crazy. That was wild. Meanwhile, this other person my passenger was just like, man, you crazy. We almost died. So unless we sit there and I'm like, well, what do you mean you almost died? What are you talking about? And then they can explain their point of view. And I can tell, well, I mean, the way I looked at it, I mean, we had a seatbelt on. I was being safe. I would make sure I was a little bit ahead when I moved in front of the car and weaved in front of the other car, so once you're able to really listen and break that down, because otherwise, if I don't even go that deep into that with this person, I'm just sit there, man, you lame, man. You scary. You crazy. The person's crazy. Crazy is extremely dismissive. And Dave Chappelle said it first, to just say that somebody's crazy, that's extremely dismissive and disrespectful of what they're probably going through and what they're experiencing. We don't really know. Like we don't talk to people, like the people in the middle America, the people who aren't really Democrats or Republicans. Like sometimes some people call them crazy. Man, y'all need to choose a side. Man, there's nothing wrong with them, man. They're not crazy. They're just experiencing something that you don't really have an understanding of. If you try to understand it, I'm not saying you might not ever agree with it, but try to understand it. Man, this will expand all of our thinking, all of our views, if we do stuff like that. Let's stop just dismissing people as crazy, man. Because guess what? That same stuff has been happening to us when people dismiss us. The black community is crazy for feeling how we feel, for experiencing what we experience. They dismiss us as crazy until they saw George Floyd have a knee on his neck for that long. Now that, oh, I see what they mean. Oh, now we not crazy. So man, let's not allow this to be to this. Oh, they're white supremacists. This broad stroke brush on these people, man. No. We're not gonna do that. You're not being honest. You're not being honest about the situation, and especially when these things happen. Do these news stations, do they go and interview like really like a lot of those people? Because I mean, I know sometimes they do, but also the news does try to find some of the most ignorant people just for ratings. The person that says the craziest thing. Hey, this person is dressed crazy. Let's go talk to him. Why would he say anything sane? He's dressed crazy. Like the dude that was dressed like a bison. Why would he be like, oh, well, the reason why we went into the Capitol today, we wanted to really speak our minds and we wanted to represent America. He's not going to talk like that. Let's be real. Understand how this game is being played. They're doing it for the ratings. Even when Trump got in office, they're talking about Trump, ratings are through the roof. Ratings are through the roof. As much as they don't like him, they love him for the ratings. And that's real. And that's all I want to touch on, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. And seriously, I'm not just saying that. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all coming in and leaving your comments and saying everything that you're saying. I appreciate it. I respect it. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're sharing this video because we need more information like this out. We need more different conversation. I'm all about context, man. I'm not gonna sit here and do what CNN does and only talk about it from just that one point of view, or what Fox does, because they're both dishonest in a sense. You know, well, not in a sense. They're both dishonest. I ain't gonna say in a sense. They're both dishonest. You know, it's just that CNN is very liberal agenda. They're not talking about what the other side is saying, why that makes sense. Same thing with Fox. They're not talking about what the other side is saying, why that makes sense. They just want to, oh, these people are crazy. Don't think that's the main thing they do. They're crazy. They're dismissive, and I don't like watching neither of those, man. I want to talk about I want to talk to the real people out there, and that's why like y'all are some real people, man. And I really appreciate that for y'all coming in here, sharing your thoughts in the comments, liking this video. I appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to speak my piece, and I can't wait to get on here and share it with y'all again. Thanks, man. And again, if y'all haven't already, subscribe to the Black Boss channel. We're gonna have more videos like this coming out. I'm gonna have more conversation. We're gonna bring some people on who we're gonna have some really deep dives on the conversation. Talk about stuff that Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all of them don't talk about, because I believe the Democrats are really trying to push for freedom of speech to be squashed. So, in a sense, and I know I said the last thing I'll leave you with, I don't like saying this either, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, my enemy, the main enemy, is this government who is trying to slowly strip away our rights. So, my other enemy are maybe some of those white supremacists who are going up to the Capitol. Do I like them or agree with them because some of them are white supremacists? No. But if you try to squash their freedom of speech, that affects me too. So that's why I say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. For the moment. We don't have to be friends forever. So we can agree to a certain thing, because if that affects you, that affects me. And I know they really don't give a damn about me. They probably don't like the white supremacists, but they really don't like me and the black community, because we black. They just looking for any kind of way to shut us up. We can't let them become intelligent. We can't let them start building and growing, you know, within themselves and becoming self-sufficient and independent, away from what we need them to be dependent of. We need them to cling on to us. We need them to feel like they need us. We need them to fear these white supremacists. If you let a Republican go in office, they're gonna start hanging you everywhere. We've been getting hung, whether it's a Democrat or Republican in office. They've been hanging, and they've been saying the same thing for years. Oh, it was a suicide. Oh, he must have went up there and hung himself. No matter who's in office, Democrat or Republican. So don't let them scare you. Don't let them trigger you, because we have their trauma there, and they're trying to trigger their trauma to trick you to come onto their side. Oh, you're right. Oh, protect me, person who beats me as well. Oh, you know, at least you don't beat me as bad. You know, but like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Let's not do that anymore. So be one. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Make sure you love one another. Please take this into account. Listen. Look for the context and pay attention to how the media is trying to scare you and sway you away from thinking for yourself. There's nothing wrong with thinking for yourself. Just try to find that information. The information is out there. Let's not just live in this bubble. Let's not be in an echo chamber because we're only listening to people that we like to hear, that say what we like. Go and listen to somebody else. You might learn something. Even if you don't like them, go and listen to them. Maybe there's a gem you can pull out of there, for real. All right. I love y'all. Peace. Have a great rest of the day.